Live and direct from Network 23, it's Red Bear 773. Testing out my new computer's capability of streaming and much more likely testing out things like my microphone and sound settings and all that. I know the computer can handle it, although this game is very graphically intensive. You wouldn't think it, but it is. Somebody's having fun yelling about something down there. 80 and 29 are the two jobs that I'm doing. I'm not doing, there's one really big iron ore haul. It's probably this one. But it's way too much. It's like 1,100 tons. If you were really good with the steam engine, you could probably do it. I am not really good with the steam engine yet. I'm learning, but I'm not that good with it yet. It's going to be these two then. It's got to be. It's not much to this yard. Yeah, 80 and 29. Yep. Hey, we get to do switching. Okay, I didn't back this off the turntable completely, so whatever you do, don't turn the turntable. Steam. Didn't I have the game paused the whole time? Why are we low on water and steam? Could have sworn I just filled this thing up. But okay. That was a little bit too much water, actually. You're not really supposed to fill it that much. But, okay. Now, something that I don't quite know is if you scoop in too much coal. Like one more is too much. Did I waste it, or did it just go back in the... I'm pretty sure it just goes back in the tender. I don't think this game's that mean for you to just waste coal if you scoop too much in. Yeah, I paid for this, okay. And since I'm going to optimize, make sure that I have a full tender, now that I just added a bit of water and scooped some coal. I'm gonna just fill her up. Okay, that little bit of water was $242, and those few scoops of coal was $234. Yeah, steam engine is expensive. Where's my wallet? That's where I thought it was. Oh, hey, a hard truck too, nice. Yeah, I'm alright. I've actually just built a new computer for the most part. Well, it's the same case, but everything in it is pretty much new. My sister, for my birthday, she was going to get me a new computer. She was willing to spend like $1,000, and I was like, no, that's crazy. Let me pick out some parts. And it's pretty darn good. And it was like, I think around $550 or so. I did release the right here. It's always nice to see that people are still watching the Hard Truck 2 stuff. Never knew how big that would get. I mean, for me, big, you know. For other people on YouTube, it's not that big, but for me, it's those videos have probably got the most views of mine. It's pretty crazy. Okay, we're on. Man, if I'm just really testing for now. Well, I'll probably end up streaming for a while, who knows. Because I think it's going to work fine. Hopefully you can hear me. I've had issues with this mic. Really should have gotten a headset with a microphone instead of just headphones. And then I have this goofy Guitar Hero microphone just hanging off of a lamp in front of me. I'm hoping it's loud enough. For some reason, it's not ever loud enough. And there's these Windows 10 settings. You just go into the settings and it's just like, yeah, it's 100%. You know, you used to have an option to boost it back in the day. Back in my day. Yeah, this pandemic has been something. My mother has had a few scares, but she's fine. That's the thing with it too, is not only is there a virus going around, and you know, it's a pretty decent chance that you're gonna get it if you go out, but then there's regular colds and flus and stuff that you're still gonna get, and then, oh no, is it corona? So far it hasn't been, but my mom gets sick a lot. Sinus issues usually. Oh. I forgot to turn the engine. Derp-de-doo. Right back to the turntable we go. Yep, we're going right back that way. We're gonna go to the steel mill. I've been playing Minecraft for so long. With my train mods, I keep wanting to hit F5 to go to the outside view. You can't do that in this game. No third person for you. Oh, I love how I can't see it. I know it's lined up, but okay. No, not much room for error on this turntable. Still got an axle hanging off. Stop. That is tight. Okay. Spin her around. Gotta get better on water usage. Which means more efficiently use my steam. I think I'm doing pretty good on coal. Now we can get our cars. Oh. Okay. The first one's right here. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna have to pull down into the frickin' tunnel. is there. And stop and then back up. And there's a tunnel on both ends too, even if you wanted to do the switching from the other side. Either way, you're kind of screwed. And the only engine that's ever here is a steam engine. That's kind of funny. But yeah, I'm gonna have to pull down into the tunnel with 4 cars and try to guess when I'm 4 cars past this switch, which is gonna go poorly. I don't have my webcam on, but if I did, you would see that I'm leaning just as much as the character in the game is leaning. Actually, I need to look this way. Slow down, slow down, slow down. That was a little close. Wait, did I go on the wrong track? I did. That's the track I just came from. Wow, I'm doing good on this here stream. Thankfully, I haven't accepted the quests yet, so who cares if I waste time putzing around in the yard. Sometimes you hit the button that goes the wrong way. That's the track I want. There. This one. Oh, I see what I did. I switched from the main over here, but I didn't switch this one. Okay. Now we're good. Except I didn't put it in reverse yet. At least I checked. Oops. We're going to, okay, fine. Yeah, sure. We'll just ride on top. It's not really how you're supposed to run a steam engine, but the game is giving me the option. That was me holding down the whistle button. I don't know why it's so hard to whistle properly. The only problem with this is you can't get back in the cab. No? You're just gonna ride on top, huh? Get in the cab! Okay, we'll do it manually. Games sometimes. I mean, it is designed and made for VR, and I don't have VR, so that is a thing. And I don't think I really want, even if I had the money for it, I don't think I want VR. I don't know. It's hard to tell because until you try it for yourself. Let me just check my sanity. Okay, 29. But whenever I watch somebody in VR, it just seems like they're fumbling around, and they're not. They're having fun, enjoying the game, and they're doing everything right. It just looks like a big mess, kind of. Okay, so I need to go over 2 tracks. Yep, 80. I mean, I have 2 monitors, and I just feel like it'd be weird to go from having 2 monitors to these fancy goggles that just go directly over your eyes. I don't know. I'd probably try it if I had the money, but I think I would end up not liking it. But I don't know. You don't know until you try it, right? Okay. So that's one to the right from the center. So I have to get this whole train just at the start of the tunnel. It's a steep turn into the tunnel, so how am I supposed to know when I'm 6 cars into the tunnel? I thought this was going to be downhill. Yeah, there's no good way to judge this. I don't want to go too far because I don't have persistent jobs. And I didn't accept a job yet. So if you go too far away, the card it expires. Okay, that was way too far. But that's how it's going to be. Okay. Of course, if I had a diesel on my remote, then that wouldn't be a problem. But this place is really designed for Steam, except the big screw you of having a tunnel at each end so that you can't see a damn thing. But this game likes to do things like that. Not even any point trying to look backwards, really. Chug, chug. Looks like I'll be better off on this side. Still got a little ways to go, but I'll be safe. She's working hard now because the brakes were on, so fighting it. Come on. Going by the shadow. That's not too bad to go by. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 loaded hoppers. I mean, it's adding up to 344 tons times 2, basically. Yep. 3 is 6. So, what, 700? About 700 tons. Just shy of 700 tons. The steam engine is rated for 1,000. But when you throw a hill into the mix, then you're gonna have a hell of a time with 1,000. I think from here down to the steel mill, it's mostly either level or downhill though. How much time did they give me? 39 minutes, huh? Now I know there's no way I'm actually gonna make that time, but 39 minutes. 40. Alright. Where are we going when we get to steel mill? A61. Oh, you're gonna make me put it in A. B. Oh, sure. Okay. Which one's which now? Does the first half go to A or the second half? First half goes to A, second half goes to B. So we're coming from... Oh, we're coming the wrong way anyway, so everything's got to go into B31. Then we'll figure it out. We got to run around it. B31's probably not going to be empty. It's not 3-1, it's 3I, sorry. I think I'll have to come in straight, right down the center. That's always empty. And then run around and switch it. Okay. I think one time on the way up, I left the freaking water injector on. Yeah, there was way too much water in the boiler. And then I was almost out of water by the time I made it here. It's very easy to do that. Just so many different things you gotta do to keep the steam engine running. It's a fun challenge. I still have a lot of learning with it. Let's go. I'm gonna be able to move. I didn't have to use sand. I haven't had to. That's the temp. The temp is pretty low. Test, look. Yeah, it's good. At least it doesn't simulate the fact that the smoke would be completely filling this cab right now in this town. You could have windows that close to prevent it. Gotta back off on this cutoff. If you like seeing nothing, because that's what we're looking at right now. Nothing. I know the switch is right because I came up this way. Still 4 lemons, so we're at 4. before I thought we would. This is pretty heavy. Yeah, 8. Okay, yeah, sure. Working hard. Oh God, where's the water? It's very easy to do that, too. So now we've overfilled the boiler with water. For the sake of the game, it's not that big a deal, but in real life, run the risk of getting water in the cylinders and blowing it up. Well, not blowing up the whole train, but blowing out a cylinder. I didn't even see a grade sign for the hill, but this is a hill. Stepping on the coal, too. Come on, baby. You can do it. How would I do that with 1,100 tons? I thought it was like downhill, but it's not. More coal. Never tried this route before. This is hard. Not up over the hill a bit, I guess. That would be evening it out by now. I haven't needed sand. I haven't spun the wheels on this thing. Can't drop the throttle or else it'll really slow down to a crawl. Stall out if I drop the throttle. Come on, baby. Up the hill. Says level. I can make it a little bit past the sun. I didn't realize there was such a climb there. I didn't try the 1,100 ton one. I was thinking about it. Never would have made it. This was 700 and we barely made it. Let the steam build back up. Machine factory should be pretty level. I think after we get through machine factory, it'll be the other way around. Through the freight yard, that's fine. I was gonna maybe go through the passenger yard, but steam back. It's okay. There's too much to do on a steam engine. The funny thing, in reality, you'd never have one person running a steam engine. This is too much to do. Boy, that was a rough climb. Steam back. Okay. So full throttle, I guess. Never go full throttle. Let's see what we can do. Now we're getting some speed. I thought that fast stretch lasted longer than that. I'm not gonna lie. It's still 7 minutes. Remember, this is heavy, so I have to use a bit more brakes than I used to. I'm still not very good with brakes. I usually use too much, which is better than none of them. Then downhill. With like a 5. So that's what this game does. It's like, oh yeah, 10 downhill, floor it. 5. What? Next thing's gonna be slower than southwest. I didn't think we were there that quick. Okay, we're good. I wish there was a little blow properly. I think that turn is technically a 5, but I never like to go fast up the forward. So look how tight this turn is. That's city southwest. Going to be a 3. That's why I slowed down so much. Of course, I slowed down too much, but it's very tricky. Don't slow down that much too much. Actually, we're not. Yeah, that switch, that's what the 3 is. We're not quite there yet. I have been thrown off by that a few times. I mean, look how slow this curve is pretty slow too. I don't trust these speed limits sometimes. Like that curve was probably set at like a 6 or a 7. I think I'd go flying off with that. Yeah, 3. Oh, warning. I knew it. We're at 3. I didn't think we were. Started picking up speed. That's too much brakes. And we're going to stop. Come on. Push through it. Alright, we didn't quite stall. Just barely saved it. Whew, this is rough. That should be relatively easy the rest of the way. Well, it's a big hill coming up to the steam, so still on the farm. brakes again, but that was a little high. Double whistle for whatever reason. Trust that you left it switched the right way. You'll be okay coming through because look at this view. This is good. It's the safest way, which is to have a router. Because that's always clear. That was me holding the button for the whistle. The only really work the whistle right is to that and then pull it manually. When you're trying to do everything else, it really doesn't much. 50 through the yard is maybe a little fast. There's a big hill going up, so big problem with this hill is there's a speed limit of 50, so you can't ramp up. Now it's like 9, 7, 9, but as soon as you get to the hill, it's like 5. It's like, I know, I'm stuck with you. Seven. Sure. Now we're gonna have to do a hill start because I need to back up and throw the switch, and then we're gonna be on the hill. Oh boy, we're not past that switch down here. Oh, we are. Okay, we made it past this switch. That's good. Now we will back up this way, and we don't have to worry about the hill then. There's a bit of a hill, but it's not nearly as bad as look at that hill down there. That's the bad one. Okay. Okay, we're okay. No derailment. Hi there, Krong. How you doing? I'm trying to drive a steam engine. It's very complicated. kind of almost crashed into a string of cars just there. Can you hear me, by the way, Krong? I'm pretty sure my mic is working. I know it's not very good, but it should be working. Yeah. You know what? Maybe I can't really figure out how to get my mic louder, but I might be able to turn the gain lower. After we get this thing sorted out. Don't be making weird, jumpy, bouncy things going on here. Now, oh, not that switch. That one. A6, B3. Is 3 a through thing? Oh, 3 is open. Oh, we can just go in on 3 then. You just that way. Oh, yep, 3 is open. Oh, that's a nice little reprieve at least. Let me in the engine. Thank you. Oh, you still got 10 minutes? 8 minutes? Wow. I think I have the settings higher than they were. Like the vegetation used to be on like pretty much off, and now you can see like grass and stuff, which is really nice. I couldn't run this game at all before I rebuilt the computer. Not at all, at all. Let's see. Here's my settings. Shadow distance 400, that was set at like 10. Vegetation high, normal. Shadow quality is down to medium. Anti-aliasing TAA, and then it says default times 2. Well, what's times 2? I don't know what TAA means. Yeah, I don't even usually use these. Post-processing, actually, I did try it once, and it did seem okay. It was running okay, but I didn't like it. It was too bright. Like, the reflections were too bright, and then real-time reflections, I never bothered with that. But I think I've got the graphics pretty high for me anyway. The game hitches a little bit, but I think it does that to anybody that ever has played it, to be honest. Okay. Well, let's see. We get our time bonus. The one that goes to B, this one. Got 32. I'm going to be able to get the time bonus on the other one, too, if I hurry. I'm not even bothering to look. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I always do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Even. Yes, yep, beep, 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 money. Yeah. Is it crossing yet? No. There is no real requirement to blow the whistle for the crossing. I just like to. I'm gonna have to shove back up this hill, but it's only half the train it was, so it should be easy. That's all the way. Oh, that's the one next to the loading track. Good thing I'm not worried about what's in front of me. Don't worry, it's stopping. Six. Yeah. That was a hill, though, but yeah, it'll be okay. Let's see. What am I doing? Sometimes I just have to look at everything to realize what I'm doing. If that makes any sense. We are very slowly rolling forward. I just noticed that, but it's okay. That's because I have the train brakes turned off. The brakes are released. I only have the engine brake on, which is, yeah, not strong enough for 4 loaded iron hoppers. Still don't need sand, though. There's a little hole in the tender you can see through. Chugga chugga. like to be able to see something eventually. We'll make it around this little bit. Come on, I just very slightly tapped the brakes, not that much. These cars are gonna just flip. Yeah, that is. I think that's good enough. I think they'll take that. How much room do I have? Oh, I got enough room. Back a little bit more. I thought it was going to be right up against the bumper. Up on the wrong side. Okay, that'll work. Okay, let's get our money. Oh, right at 39 minutes, we just got the speedy bonus. Oh boy. 13,000 plus another 6,500 speedy bonus. There's the stopwatch for the speedy bonus. There. Yes, I know, take the money. 19,000 for that one, 19,007. I didn't even see how much the other one was. But we have 92,500 now. Nice. Of course, now I gotta go fuel up the steam engine, which is probably gonna be like $8,000. I think the speedy bonuses combined probably paid for the fuel. Well, that's pretty good. That was a long run. I didn't think I would get the speedy bonus, especially how slow it was coming out of Iron Mine West. Almost stalled coming out of there. It was such a steep hill. But, no, that was good. Alright, now, let me see if I can at least turn the game volume down a bit for you guys with OBS. Something like that. I guess that's what I'm going to have to do because I can't really figure out how to get the mic. Well, actually, I can add a filter to the mic. And the filter would be mic gain boost. Gain. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Of course, I have no idea what to set this at, but... Test, test, lurk, lurk. Is that louder than it was a second ago? Might even have to restart the stream. I don't know. It didn't say I have to. Yeah? Okay, good. Of course, I have the game paused. The game isn't making any sound right now, but yeah. Volume mixing is the worst. That's the hardest thing to get right. Let's give ourselves a little let's see. That's probably about half, maybe a little under half coal. And Water is the thing that I'm always almost running out of. Yeah, water's pretty low. I know I didn't leave the injector on. Yeah. I kind of have a boom arm. I have like an adjustable lamp, like a shop lamp. And then I have the Guitar Hero microphone, which is a microphone you're supposed to hold like a regular like microphone, hanging off of this lamp by the wire. It's silly, but it works. Yes. Whoa, why is my temp so low? I must be out of coal. Yep, I didn't hear it ring. Well, yeah, I did, and I ignored it. Goblin engineering, yeah. You're trying. All right, Crown. I'll see you. I almost paused and clicked on you. You almost got me. Is that close enough? I think that's on. Oh, okay. Water is only slightly more used than coal. So I'm getting better at it. It should be pretty even. Yeah, there's nothing else for the tender. Almost 8,000. Yep. Sounds about right. And I'll bring in the engine too, but the engine just needs a little bit of wheel repair probably, which I didn't spin the wheels, but still they always wear a little bit. I didn't use any sand. Now, the sand control is very finicky, and I touched it once without realizing it and dumped all of my freaking sand, and that was like That cost me like $4,000. And with all the noise that this thing makes, I never realized the sand was on. Let's see. Are we not on yet? There it goes. So it's scary because there ain't much room here. Okay, now we're on. Yeah, $69, big deal. And no sand, right? I don't think I used any. Oh, nice. There. Now I'm gonna run up to the station and look at the jobs and pay my environmental fee because that's always higher with a steam engine. What do you mean insurance cleared? Copay. Copay. What? Whatever, I have $84,000. I don't know. I don't know why I said copay. Okay, no fees. Boy, I might get hazardous hazmat. Now DE6 for 200,000. That's the big diesel. That's actually a little bit more powerful than the steam engine. A hell of a lot easier to run. But I don't know if I'm going to bother getting that. Probably not. Default. Yeah, my streams always say test something, don't they? I might get hazmat 1. Oh, god damn it. I tried to zoom in. Yeah, me and Lambda kind of both have a thing with just calling our streams test all the time. Okay, that's all I have left. So yeah, I might as well get hazmat 1. I mean, I got 84,000. Yeah. Right. So with all this crap here, once I get the caboose, I'm gonna organize it all in the caboose, and then we can just tow it around with us, and it won't be all in the lost and found like it is now. Oh, hi there, chimp. Oh no. Shunting, as much as I like shunting jobs, I've got the steam engine out right now, so. Oh, there's a lot of shunting. Okay. I think we're gonna shut the steam engine down. So there's a lot of shunting here. That adds up. That's a lot of money right there. Somebody else besides me has seen that. Yes. Hey, number 1. I won't tell Shaq. It's okay. No Shaq here. He fell off. Okay. Yeah. Alright. So I guess it's switching jobs next, which means put the steam engine away. Now we're gonna do this little dance. Oh, I did show it on stream once, huh? Oh, okay. I don't remember. Hi there, Bern. Oh boy, people are showing up. Cool. Oh no, my fire went out. You know what? No, I can't. I was thinking I'd just tow it in that case with the switcher and just not bother firing it back up, but I need it. I need steam in order to get it off the turntable. I don't want to just park it on the siding there. I want to actually put it away. Won't take much. And yes, that's how you light a fire. You throw the whole freaking lighter in there, but then you always get it back on. I'm surprised the fire went out. No, Lambda. Thank you. I miss the days of having live stream, by the way. Did I burn up all the coal? When I could just play like movies or TV shows or something. Live stream's gone now. And Ustream is gone, and they're making it a lot harder. Although you can stream right in Discord nowadays, so I think if I ever do like show old movies or TV shows or anything like that, it's gonna have to be in Discord. It's really the only way to do it now. Yeah, Discord. Yeah. Oh. Did I catch it? Ah, never mind. I was just gonna get those few scoops of coal back, but it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna take it super easy. I just want to move over, park this thing. Oh, we got plenty of steam for this. Chug. Is the game too loud still? I turned it down for you guys. And I managed to boost my mic thanks to Grong letting me know that that you could do it in Discord. Not Discord. OBS. I wish I could do it in Discord because I'm always too quiet in Discord. Okay. I was getting worried. It's tricky parking on this freaking turntable. Kind of just fits, yeah. Go back a little bit more. Of course, I should have been creeping in, not kind of flying in, but you know, it's kind of tricky with the steam engine. Yeah. Okay, we're on. Oh, there's no room. Oh, there's two switchers. Why don't they have one empty track? I remember running into this issue before. Oh, what a waste. Now I gotta put this back over on the other track to get one of the switchers out so that I can park this thing. I didn't notice that there were two switches. I guess I didn't see the black one. Oops. We're still lined up. Now what was ringing at me? Fire. That's all it needs. Oh, okay, yeah, I see why I didn't see it, because you can't see it from here. Now you can see it. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Alright, let's get one of these out. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Get both of them out. Actually, none of the switching jobs were that big. So, I'm only going to get one out. If I had a bigger switching job, I would take the two and connect them together, and you can control both with one. It's called MU, multiple unit, which is what happens in real railroading too. But it looked like the biggest switching job was like maybe 400 tons, I think, which is the limit for one of these, but I can probably caress it with some sand. Waiting for the air to build up. I think that's good enough. Stop. That was a little much. Yes, I'm not used to the switcher. Yeah, it picks up a lot quicker than the steam engine. That was almost bad. Actually, we need to go all the way around. I want to face the other way. No. I'm trying to remember how this yard is laid out. No. I was right the first time. Oh, my brain. Please. We need to go straight out this way so that we back into the yard and yeah, okay. I Listen, we just wanted to spin the turntable around an extra time. It's fine. As soon as I got in facing that way, I knew it was wrong. Yeah, as you can imagine, this is a lot easier to drive than the steam engine. I mean, I love steam, but yeah. Okay. Of course, water is all the way down. Fire's all the way down. Uh-oh. I just looked over at OBS and the like connection light is red. Oh, now it's back to green. Is my stream working? I'm not previewing it or anything, so if it dies, I'm not gonna know. It's still working. Okay. I just glanced over and I saw a red square and I was like, huh. Cool. What's up? That was as close as I... Okay. Not quite as close as I thought it was, but still. Okay. No, don't do that. Yeah, a long way around. I saw something. I posted there's a Discord for Derail Valley. And somebody linked an article about how there was a certain engineer that, because his friend or maybe even brother died in a train wreck running a train, when the locomotive was turned counterclockwise on the turntable, he deemed that counterclockwise was unlucky, and no matter what, you have to turn my engine clockwise only. God, that is tight. There's just enough room to park this thing here. Okay, well, actually, there's a little bit more room. I got the steam. Okay, it's making angry noises. That's good enough. Alright. Now, I do believe I could just let it run out of coal on its own, the firebox here. But you're kind of paying for emissions the whole time that there's flame coming out. So, I do believe, I think that's probably it. I don't know, there's a water dump, there's a blower, steam dump. There's a, there, fire out. Is that putting the fire out? There we go. I think that's putting the fire out. Maybe? Yeah, it says fire out. Yeah, there it goes. That way you've still got some coal left, and you won't pay any more emissions. Okay. Good, good, good. I always like to turn the turntable back to lined up for the line, main line. Just so you don't get caught off guard. Alrighty. Now let's do some switching. Maybe. Yeah, there's a bird behind me. It's pretty dark in here, so it shouldn't be making noise, but sometimes it does. Yeah, the bird's kind of a pain. There's two birds. There's a parakeet, a pretty old parakeet actually, and what's it called? Not cockatoo, the smaller version, cockatiel. It used to be two parakeets, and then they were really noisy, but one of them died. My mom's birds. Downstairs, which I know you're not hearing, but downstairs is a African gray parrot named Smokey, who doesn't really talk because, unfortunately, for many years, he was only in a separate room with a bunch of other birds that just squawked and made a lot of noise, so that's what he does. You know, he should have been in the living room where people were talking, and then he would have talked, but no, there wasn't any room. Parakeets, yeah. Just park it right here, so we're ready to go wherever we need to go. Past the grader crossing, right? Okay. Let's see what jobs we got. I glanced at a lot of them, but I didn't really pay attention to what they were. Just knew there were a lot of shunting jobs. Okay. Yeah, $3.99. That's the one that's going to be pushing it. Oh, that's the 4 cars, probably one of the sets of 4 cars that I just brought in. There's the other one. Okay. Well, I know where those are. Okay, my shovel for now. I'm going to put it in here just to get it out of the way. This little room is lost and found. Like anything you drop on the ground and walk away, it ends up back in here. And there's one in each town or city, station, whatever you want to call it, so you can always get back. So until I get the caboose, I'm going to just stow stuff in here. That's the keys for getting the caboose, but I have to go on an adventure to find it. There's a little shed down by the sawmill. Watch, I'll keep. Okay, good. I installed a mod. For some reason, the game vanilla, you can't do this, but I installed a mod to make it so that you can click on these little tabs to easily get to the different parts of the map book. If you didn't have that mod, you would have to do this and shuffle through everything, which I did until today. Today is when I finally realized there was a mod to click on the tabs. I mean, you have to press Alt so that you can move your cursor around like this to click on the tabs, but it's still better than scrolling. Oh, it also puts a marker on the map there to show where you are, kind of. Yeah, I don't think that was there before. The little blue marker. No, in real life, you never have one person running the engine and the switches and connecting all the cars, especially the steam engine. Forget about it. You definitely would have an engineer running the train and then a fireman just doing the coal and water. And then you'd have a conductor. On a big train, you'd have both a conductor and a brakeman. So yeah, that's the interesting thing with this is everything you just do yourself. Eventually, maybe down the line with this game, it's gonna be way down the line. This game I think is technically still early access, but it's still really good. But I think eventually they're gonna add multiplayer. One would hope, but it's just gonna be two-person multiplayer. And I think the two people, and it would be like a host and join type thing. You know, one person would host, and then the other person would come in and work on their world. And that would be so good if you could have somebody else at the other end of the train, uncoupling and coupling, telling you how far to back up, throwing switches, stuff like that. I mean, this helps a lot, this remote, so that you can throw switches from really far away. I mean, look at that. And you can do it from even farther. But still, it's pretty silly that you're all doing it with one person. Okay, did I pick up anything yet? No. Okay, let's get these first. Another thing is they need to make a system where you can just put stuff on your hotbars where you want them. So you don't have to shuffle everything around constantly, but whatever. Eventually they'll get there. Okay, so one of these is going to be the one that we just brought in here, and the other one's going to be the one that we just brought in over there. 22 minutes, this is probably this one. 05, yep. Also, I don't know if you can really tell, but this game is really designed for VR. You can play it without VR, but it's really designed for it. That's why it has the teleport button that I keep blipping around with. I'm sure it's amazing in VR too, but I'm really on the fence. Like, first off, well, I don't have anybody to buy a VR setup. It's still ridiculously expensive. Second, I don't know if I'd really like it. I don't know. It's weird. And then you do VR and you'd have motion controls so that instead of hitting keyboard buttons for the throttle and the brake and stuff, you have to actually grab the handles. I mean, you can do that now with the mouse, but it's pretty finicky. Yeah. Many people, yeah. I think this game runs on Unity too, which probably limits it as far as doing a multiplayer thing. I have a feeling. I don't know. And it's just as it is. It's pretty graphics intensive. Like I basically rebuilt my computer just for this game, actually. But yeah, it would be nice if you could have more than two people. And then even if you had two sets of people, you could have one set work in one yard, and then another set of people some other part of the map work in another yard, and then you'd have to worry about if two trains are going to run into each other on the main line. I think that might be a bit too much for the engine of the game, though. I gotta accept the quest. Frog coins. 05, right? Uh, Other playing people playing the boss. Yeah, that'd be cool too. 05, yes. So load. Oh, you're gonna make me really? I can't put 4 cars on one track. No, 2 tracks go to B. So that's gonna be the last 2 cars that I do. A4. Wait, A4. Okay, 2 on A4. All right, fine. Yes, hobos. Oh, not boss, hobos. I figured you missed the S. Yes, the bows, the hobos. Yeah, that'd be cool. Just hopping on the train, and then you can pretend it's the depression era and you don't want to let them on the train. Oh, man. The switcher isn't so fast when you load it down, that's for sure. It's also very easy to spin the wheels on this engine. It's a red light that lights up there if you spin the wheels. Train hopping vagrants, yeah. Oh, I forgot to set my watch, my pocket watch, for the speedy bonus. Oh well, I'll do it with the next one. I tell you, it's nice to have the added visibility with the diesel. Not trying to peek around the freaking tender. We're not past the switch yet, I don't think. Oh, I hit the brakes a little too quick. Now, the thing that makes switching a breeze, and I didn't buy it when I was in the maintenance facility, maintenance machine factory. Okay, we need to go forward a bit more. I thought I was past it. There's a remote control unit that you can buy for the diesel. You link up the diesel to the remote, and then you can work it from wherever, like within like 2 kilometers away. I think it's 1 kilometer unless you have the caboose. Then it's 2. That makes things a lot easier. Wait, is that a real one? I got me a real bot. Oh, big follows. Cool. Oh, are we even moving in the right direction yet? Oh, this is 4 coal cars with 1 switcher. Oh, I just realized this is probably a bit too much. Because of this hill. Thank you, Lambda. But hey, that was cool. We got a real one. Let me turn on the sand. Oh, God. Come on, you can do it. I mean, it's only 4 cars, but still. It's heavy and it's this goddamn hill. There we go. I don't think we're getting the speedy bonus, though. Sand, more sand. That's what we're doing right now. Okay. Turn off the sander. Like, if I had the remote, I could be riding on the end of the train, controlling it, instead of back here trying to peek around it. I should have bought it when I was there. I had the money. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm spotting the coal in this. This is the loading track, loading, unloading. And we're gonna unload it for the steel mill here. Actually, I really don't have to bring it back this far, but I'm being lazy. Oh, why am I using the train brake? It's okay. Because it's heavy, that's why. But yeah, these... Oh, wait, these aren't coal. These are iron. Never mind. It could be either with the steel mill. And just like that, they are unloaded. Okay, so... Which 2 go to A? Because this is telling me to go to B first, but that's silly. 422. Okay, 422 and 513. Yeah, those 2 go up to B. So the second 2, they go to A4. Okay, A4 it is. It's not the best looking one. That would be Train Simulator. And there's definitely not much variety. There's only 3 different kinds of locomotives, and there's just the one world map. But as far as working the trains and stuff, it's definitely up there. It works pretty darn good. I think I almost like it better than Train Sim. It's maybe a slightly simpler than the real thing, but not by much. You know, there's like quality of life things, like when you use the brakes, they pump up faster than they would in real life. But I mean, who wants to sit around waiting for the brakes to pump up? I mean, that makes sense. but it's pretty good. A lot of people have. Wait a minute, A4. Oh, okay, right. It's only going to be 2 cars. All right. But a lot of people have said that it's as good or maybe even better than Train Sim, and the big reason why people are saying that the thing with Train Sim is they make a new freaking Train Sim, new iteration of the same game every year. It's like Train Sim 18, Train Sim 19, Train Sim 2020. And it's like, did they really change enough to make a whole nother game and make you buy a whole nother game? And then there's DLCs and mods that are all payware too, and it's like, oh boy, that is a rabbit hole that I've never jumped down yet, and I don't think I ever will. The closest I get is Trains with a Z on the end. Uh, Trains Simulator 12, 2012. There is one newer version of it called Trains: A New Era, but at least they don't come out with a new one every year. And it's not as good as Train Sim, but it's pretty good. And the thing with trains is it's very, very moddable. Like, there's a great community of people making free content that you can get. And there's also paid DLC too. But it's not nearly as cash grabby as Train Sim. Train Sim, I think, is going to fall off a cliff pretty soon because everybody's getting fed up with it, with how much they charge for the game and all the DLCs and everything. And then when you, at the end of the day, you realize that you're paying a lot of money for something that you already had a year ago. I think even the game engine for Train Sim hasn't changed much. Well, I think it has in the last couple of years, but there was a time period where you were paying a lot of money for a new Train Sim game, and it was like the same game engine and everything. It's like they just slapped on a different HUD. Made the menus a little bit different, added a few quality of life things, and ta-da! Pay us another $60 or whatever, plus all the DLCs. And if you're really into trains, you're gonna pay it. That's the thing, and they know that. That's why they do that. The reason why I slowed down so much is I can't see a damn thing, and there's one little flat car that I got a couple up with here, and I don't want to kick it off the end of the line. Just gonna stick my head out the window. I'm not even gonna feel it when I hit that flat car too. I think that was it, because four. Well, these cars are empty now, but still, 4 cars moving meets one that's not, and you're never gonna notice it. But I did notice it, so good. And some things are moddable in this game, like all these hoppers. In the stock game, they're just plain. And by the way, I've gotten into the scanning thing too. See this hopper, O and W? That one's mine. I mean, I just took somebody else's. I think I took this black New York Central one right next to it and covered up the New York Central and put the OW instead. But hey, I still did it. I still painted it. It counts. Okay, so I need 2 cars. I need to go back like a quarter car. Actually, we'll probably take it like this, but whatever. No, no, no. There's a lot of real life things. The main thing that's not real life is, like you've already touched on it, is how one person, the player, is doing everything. This is not at all. Trains working crews. I mean, on my little short line that I worked on for a year, there was this guy Harold, and he was basically the owner of the company while his father was the owner. And anywho, if he only had to move one car, like one hopper down to Gempack, which was a a plant that made like plastic packaging. If he was on his own and he only had to move one car, he's not supposed to, but he's done it. Actually, if you're in yard limits, you can legally do it. But he was doing more than just. He was actually bringing it down to Gempack, which was only like a mile away, but still, he was technically on the main line. He was only going slow in a little 44 tonner, which is an engine that looks a lot like this. Okay, so that was those. Now we're going up to B. All right. But besides that, it's pretty. It's pretty good. It's pretty realistic. You know, there's the whole maintenance thing where you have to refuel the engine and even add oil and stuff like that. So I've got that in. Okay, I went way too fast here. Trying to make up time. It's for my experience having worked in short line. They've 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 hit most of the pointers. I'd say. B8. 8 is all the way right, isn't it? Pretty sure it is. Yeah. They don't really have passengers yet. Passenger trains. You can use the spawner and spawn in passenger cars, but there's no jobs for passenger trains yet. There's passenger stations, like platforms in some of the cities. There is a mod that I might end up getting. I was kind of worried that it might add like too much lag or something, but I might get it. That's that adds jobs for passenger trains. Like you spawn in the passenger cars, and then you can pick up jobs for them. But I saw some people were having issues with the passenger cars are pretty long, and I think they derail. I don't think I'm at the crossing yet, but whatever. I think they derail pretty easily on the curves, like some of the really tight curves, or on the switches maybe. And then there's a mod that shortens the passenger cars so that they don't derail as much. And I'm like, I think I'm gonna wait for the game maker, the people, the devs, to actually come up with some passenger jobs and start having the passenger cars spawning in at the stations on their own and stuff. That would be neat. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence whether or not I want to mess with the passenger cars. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I don't know if you've noticed, but the name of the game is Derail Valley. That's kind of the main thing you're worried about is derailing. Like, you don't notice it here in the yard, but once I start doing a train from one place to another, which isn't going to be for a while because I have a lot of switching jobs here, but there are speed limit signs. Like one, two, well, the lowest one is usually 3, but and it's 3 is 30 kilometers, 4 is 40 kilometers. But anyway, if you go like more than like 3 kilometers over that speed limit, you are derailing. Which is a little unrealistic, but not much. Speed is a very important thing to worry about. I bottled the air. Shouldn't do that. Okay, let's see. I took my time with this one, so I probably didn't get the speed bonus. Oh, I still got it 18 minutes, and that gave me 22. Nice. Yeah, when they make you shuffle the cars around, they do give you a decent amount of extra time. 10,000. Almost 11,000. Nice. You can derail, you can crash, yes. Yep, there's a lot of the tracks, a lot of the line is like on a real tight cliff edge where you just look down, you just see a cliff going down into a river. And if you're going too fast, you fly off the tracks and down the cliff you go, and then your whole train is laying in a river. And then you got to try to re-rail the cars with this thing. You click on a car and then re-rail it on the track, and which costs a lot of money. And then when you bring the train in, you have to pay all the damages, which hopefully your co-insurance isn't too much. Now me, I've already bought up. I just started playing this a couple days ago. I started a new save. I deleted my old save and started over. And I've already gotten a lot of the licenses because I like this game so much. But every time you get another license, your insurance copay goes up. Now I think look how much my copay is. $83,000. Jesus. Like if I wanted to see the L's, the two L's and the C there, those are wow, that's the tender. I used up that much coal and water just moving the steam engine back into the around the turntable. Jesus. Anywho, that's you can fully repair and refuel your engines right here at the career manager for that much money. The problem is if you do it this way, you're paying double as much as if you manually service it. So yeah, that's how that works. And I don't know, man. I'm tempted to try to freaking drag that steam engine out of there. That I didn't think I spent that much coal and water just moving it over. Who this load is gonna be over there. I don't have to do that one now. I'm already in this yard. But yeah. Yeah. Actually, I think they've kind of streamlined. When this game first came out, this game's been around for a while. When this game first came out, it was much more derail y. It was a lot easier to derail. It was a lot less realistic. They've made it a lot more realistic, more of a sim. It was more of a Derail Valley. It's a game where you drive trains and derail. That's how it kind of started, and now it's really shaping into much more of a sim, which is neat. I kind of maybe just for the hell of it would like to find like an old version of the game just to experience what it used to be like when it was more of a you just run around and derail. uh, yeah, it's still pretty easy to derail, but it used to be like really really easy to derail. I'm just gonna grab all of these. Okay. Let's see what we got. I don't think I ever do anything with loaded ones. Yeah, it's always load and prepare, which means you start with empties. Now, welcome back, Kronk. I sell 10. Oh, that's the big one. This is the one that I probably need to add the other shunter for, actually. Because that whole thing is going to be loaded up with rails, and then I got to try to push it back up the hill. Yeah, I can't do that with one engine. Load and prepare. Is everything else going to be empties that are down in the other place? Sell 10. Oh, wait. 10 is the big one. Okay, then the ones I'm standing on. Oh, 10 is split up between two different tracks. Okay, I'm not being stupid. Uh-huh. Okay, so that's 10. Some of these are 10. What is this? LH. Oh, that's a logistical haul. That's haul the empties out of here. So it's 10. 10. Sell 34. Oh, just one car of 34. Uh-huh. I see. Oh, we're going to do complicated switching maneuvers. Not complicated, just multiple steps. 16 each. They like to do this at the steel mill. You'd think one flat car is just as good as another flat car. Nope, you got to have certain ones. Okay, 37. Oh, they're going to make me grab it from this end. 37. Okay. Well, let's do that then. Yes. Diablo 2? I could. I have to start that over again because apparently I lost everything when I rebuilt the computer. Even my MP thing, I can't log in. It's like, oh, it doesn't exist. I'm like, what do you mean it doesn't exist? I just made it a couple of days ago. Stream it with Krong. Oh, yeah? It's Krong like Diablo 2. I'll game whenever. It's gonna be really funny if I can stream this game, but Diablo 2 would like cause all sorts of issues. Oh. Uh-huh. I see. It's not bad. I have a hard time getting over the click to move thing. I don't mind the isometric views so much. I can get over that, but click to move is rough. I want to just move with my arrow keys, and you can't. No, I think I know what kind of character I really like now. I think even if I'm multiplayer trying to do a tank, I'm gonna do it. Is the Amazon. Oh, I didn't. Fartmancer. Oh, look at me riding up on the end of the engine. I'm just gonna guess how fast I'm going. But I like the Amazon lady. That's a pretty good character. You can throw the javelins, you can melee with the javelins, or you can swap over to bow and arrow if you want. It's pretty versatile. And the one that I was playing, at least at the time, was getting pretty tanky. Even though they're not really supposed to be a tank, they do have shields. Druid. Yeah, I should probably try a druid too. Apparently, the only thing that's a healer is the paladin. And the way you heal is by having an aura that heals you and everybody around you. And you like turn on the aura for like 2 seconds and you're out of mana. It just sucks it straight down. I mean, it heals everybody nice, but... And then you have to turn the aura back off by selecting a different skill. It's called Town Portal, yeah. Yeah. That's the character that I played with Spiffy, though. I played a paladin. And it was just really clunky. I'm kind of not too upset that I lost my little BattleNet Classic account or whatever, because uh, that was clunky. And also the other thing with Diablo 2, especially when I'm playing with somebody else, is you're always like kind of trying to rush. I don't like rushing. I like taking my time and trying to loot everything, which obviously you can't do because you don't have much inventory space. But I try. But like when I'm playing with Spiffy's just moving right along, and then you're always trying to keep up with him, especially because Pally's kind of move around slow, I think, anyway. And my and I don't navigate that game too well. I'm not very good at reading the maps, but I didn't realize it was procedurally generated. That definitely doesn't help. But I don't know. I like the game like short bursts, I'd say. I did play it for like 2 days. I just played it all the time. I'll have to I'll have to try that again and see if I can get my multiplayer account back at least. I didn't try it too much because when you start, the other thing with that game is it's always full screen. You start it up and doesn't matter what you have the sound set at in the game, you get blasted by the music. Da, 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 and I'm like, oh my god, please. So then you're in the menu with this blasting music trying to figure out. You put in what you think your username and password is, and it's like, yep, okay, that's good. And then it says, nope, nope, that doesn't exist. I'm like, what do you mean it doesn't exist? I shouldn't tell you this because I'm live, but I'm very boring when it comes to usernames and passwords. I know I forget them, so I don't have that many of them. So when I put in my information, it says, nope, doesn't exist. I'm like, I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah, orchestra. Yep. Also, the last time that I did a lot of switching in this game, and change topics, but back to the game I'm playing right now. Um, and I like it the way I did it, but I didn't do it this time. Is I had two of these switchers back to back, so you could always face forward, basically. And even when I was not doing a job that I needed the power of two switchers, I would just have only one of them started up. You could control them from both. Yes, yes, Lambda, that's how you fix it. The thing that's annoying though is once you're in game, then it remembers your sound settings. Then it's fine. But that first menu right in the beginning always gets you. Dubstep music to replace music of Diablo 2. Oh god, could you imagine that coming on blaring at 100% volume? Oh my god. And the other thing is the music is good. It's just, ugh, just hits you. There is another open track, right? Yeah, there's one actually. So because part of the switching job is cars over on this end of the yard that I just had to grab, I could have linked up to all those empty cars and yanked it all the way out, but I think it's a little bit better to do this way. Use less fuel anyway. So now what I have to do, because the only switch that leads into places where you're going to take this flat car faces the opposite direction. Now I'm going to park these right about here-ish. And what I have to remember to do is actually close this valve because we're going to work it from the other end. But now we throw her in reverse. And run all the way around. Now see that open track 2 tracks over? We're going to go back and that's why they call it a runaround when there's only 2 tracks. We're going to go down, switch around, and get the engine back on the other end of the cars. Now, something that I didn't know right away when I played this game, and then eventually I figured it out. See how each job here has SM, SL, and a number. The number is what job it is. What I didn't realize is before you accept the job, because I haven't actually accepted any of these jobs yet, you can look at the cars and see that SL number, so you know what goes where. Generally, I used to always accept the switching job and then rush to figure out what to do with the cars. Now, especially with this job. Oh, that was the wrong button. Whoops. I did not mean to do that. Anyway, especially with this job, they would have given me like probably a half hour because look how long it's taken me to come around to the other end of the yard and shove the car around. But now they're still going to give me a half an hour to do the job, but I'm going to probably finish it in 10 or 15 minutes because I already did all the switching work ahead of time. And that's how you can really guarantee that you get the speedy bonus. Let me switch right here. Yeah. Yeah, that's only obviously if you have to do a lot of work to put the cars together in the beginning, then you can get a really good speedy bonus that well. It's not like you get a bigger speedy bonus if you do it faster. It's just as long as you do it faster than that speedy bonus time, then you get the bonus. But if it's the other way around where you have to move the cars around after you've unloaded or loaded them, then you can't cheat. It's not really cheating. It's just being smart enough to know how to read the sheets. But like the last job with the coal, it was straightforward to pick up the coal, but it was iron. But after I unloaded it, then I had to take 2 cars and put them in one place and 2 other cars and put them in the other. And I didn't know that ahead of time, so I couldn't plan on that. Okay, so where's the third 37, since that's the cars that I'm putting together now? Might as well get everything else together, too. And also, I should really be doing like big jobs going from one town to another. That would be more exciting for the stream. But I came here with the steam engine, and now I've got all these switching jobs, and I don't want to give them up. It's a lot of extra money. Alright, so this is 37. Right? 2 37s. I think that's one more. Yeah, it's only, no, 2 more. It's a 4-car set. So 37 I'm looking for. Okay, so those are 10s, which go with these 10s. Could put those together if I wanted to. Oh no. 34. That's another one. There's no more on the end of this, and I missed it like an idiot, right? You have to run around again. Okay. Also, some of these empty flat cars that I'm looking for could be over there on the different A tracks, too. Is this all 10? Cell 34. 34 is the 3. these, that one I'll pull out with the 10 because I've got to pull these 10s out anyway. Okay, so 34 we'll do later. So easy to get these flat cars mixed up. I really would like to find the third, no, the two more 37s, which they must be over an A. Okay. They're on one of these tracks then. Yep. There's, oh, really? Wait, is that another 10? Oh, wow, 10 is all spread out everywhere too. And there's 34. Yep, there's the other two 34s are on this track. Oh my god, I'm never going to keep track of this. There's 110 here, there's two 34s, and there's a 37. Right? No. 10. Yeah, 37. Okay, I'm going to come down here with the two 37s, pick up the third, pick up the 10, just take these all out. 10, and the 34s, yeah. Take them all out because I'm going to do all these jobs anyway eventually. That way at least I'll have the three 37s together and some of the 10s. Of course I'm going to end up mixing this up. Where's my engine? Oh yeah, parked up there. So you know what? If I'm going down here, I think I'm going to get that other diesel. The two switchers, the other switcher, so that I can have them back to back. Because you'll see, it makes things a little bit easier. And I don't have to run the second one until I need it. Which is just going to be for that 10 job. That's going to be heavy enough to need it. But you can still control it from the other. You'll see what I mean. Actually, I might stop streaming soon because it's 7 o'clock, I just realized. And it's going to be dinner time soon. But hey, it's working. And a lot of people are showing up, which is awesome. I don't know yet, but I always say this and then it never happens, but I might start streaming a lot more. Okay, so we're going to go down and get the other switcher. You know, now that it works a lot better. Oh, nice. I wish I was having pizza. I don't know what I'm having. Probably leftover chicken from yesterday, which was pretty good. Our oven doesn't really work that great. It works, but I think the thermostat on it's kind of messed up, so you have to crank it up a lot more than you think you do, and then people don't realize that. And anyway, it ends up taking like all day to roast a whole chicken instead of a few hours. So the last time my mom got a whole chicken a couple days ago, she just put the whole thing. It's a relatively small one, I guess, but she just put the whole thing in the crock pot, and what do you know? It came out great. I'm thinking about that goddamn steam engine. I'm gonna fire it up just to get it on the turntable, I think. Actually, why did I pull this in here? I don't know. I thought I was going into maintenance. I wasn't. Thinking about too many things. But I think I gotta fire up that steam engine because I don't want to pay that maintenance on the thing. Just to get it on the turntable. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna park this here. Okay, I'm not superstitious. I don't care which way to turn the turntable. I guess I'm superstitious about some things, but not that. Okay. Now this one I want to face backwards. They haven't made headlights operational yet. There is a mod that adds it. And then there's a mod called Procedural Sky that adds like a day-night cycle so that half the time it's nighttime, and then you get the headlight mod to go with that. And then I think there's a flashlight mod, but I know my computer's running this really good now, but I don't want to add all those mods. It's just asking for trouble, I think. And also, I work really slow with things. Like when I'm on a job, I do it quick. But like I'm switching these cars around really slow and stuff, and which means I probably end up with it nighttime. Oh, I did not put it forward, did I? But I don't know how much I'd like trying to work in the nighttime. It sounds like neat, and I think that's the devs are going to officially add that eventually. They're going to add a day-night cycle. My only reply to that is, sounds cool, but are we going to get a way to, I don't know, like Minecraft, sleep through the night if you don't want to deal with the night? Like, you know, do your job during the day, and then you finish your train job, and then you sleep. I don't know. No, that's not the way I want to turn it. I want to turn it the other way. Yes. Yep, backwards. Yes. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fire that freaking steam engine up. How much? How much fuel am I gonna waste firing it up, just so that I can move it over into there to service it? uh, but I'm gonna fire it up just so I can move it forward and onto the turntable. Literally, that's all I'm gonna do with it. And then once it's on the turntable, I'll drag it around with these, and I'll leave it just parked on this siding without turning it around and putting it in a stub. Because then I'd have to fire it up again for that. Okay, now these two are twins. Fortunately, the liveries aren't matching this time, but that's life. That's the MU cable, by the way. That means both you can control, you know, with diesels, you can link up as many as you want. As long as you're hooked up with those cables, you can control the whole thing with one cab, which is how it works in real life, too. Okay, so that's fine. Oh, actually, the black one, the Pensy, this one does not need to be running. Save fuel. Now I'm gonna fire this thing up just to move it forward like 20 feet. Or whatever, 50 feet. Actually paid for Minecraft. Nice. It took me like a year of playing it. I mean, it wasn't illegal or anything. It's just in Minecraft back in the day, you could play up to I think version 1.4.7 without buying it. And it was designed that way. And then when 1.5 came out, they were like, "Oh, okay, if you want to be able to update to 1.5, you gotta buy it." I'm sure there was probably ways around it. But anyway, I remember when I said, you know what, This 1.5 is out, and they're adding. Now it's not cold. I don't have my shovel. Put my shovel away. But they're adding the thing that sealed the deal for 1.5. This sounds funny, but they added redstone blocks and coal blocks, the ability to take all this coal and redstone and combine it into blocks. And I was like, oh my god, I gotta be able to do that just for storage purposes, if nothing else. And, you know, I wanted to buy it anyway, so. Sharks. There's already, like, freaking the temple monsters, whatever they're called. They're bad enough. Of course, they're only near temples. Oh, I need the lighter. The Drowned, yeah. Okay, so you have played the newer versions if you know about Drowned, yeah. No, not that. I don't mind the Drowned too much unless they have a freaking trident, then if you don't have a shield, you're dead. I've played some of the newer versions of Minecraft, but all of my trained mods are still stuck on 1.7, so that's mostly what I play. Is there no coal in there anymore? And here we go. Firing up the steam engine just so we can move it forward 50 feet. I wish there was a light in this cab. In the shadows, it's too dark. I mean, you get the fire, but still it doesn't light it up enough. Really? I have enough steam pressure for the whistle? Only got 3 bar. The tridents, yeah. Yep, the groups, yep. Well, I don't need to run the blower, I think. Maybe a tiny bit. I just need enough steam to move a little bit. You know what? I'm not even putting any more coal in there. Let's see, can we move? Yeah, we're moving. Very little steam, but it's enough. Okay, we need to go forward that much. Boat controls are a lot better than they used to be, and boats don't fall apart anymore. They're pretty much indestructible, I think. Which is well needed. It was so ridiculous how easily you could just slightly bump something with the boat and poof! Now you got 3 sticks and 2 pieces of wood. Have fun. And the swimming update was really nice. Swimming is nice. Okay, why am I getting back in the cab? We're all done. We're all done. So I'm putting the fire back out. Screw it. Actually, I don't need to put the fire back out. I'll let it burn off what it's got in there. Okay. So we've got a Pensy and a MNNJ. Yeah. Well, I know you got to drink the milk if you have that debuff. Now, even though this engine's not running, I'm controlling the other one with this one. Kill all the villagers. I mean, that's one way. Oh, the villagers, since the new updates, though, the villagers are so useful. Like, they have really good trades. Trade ends immediately. Yeah. The way I figured out, and I still lost most of the villagers, I was able to save like 3 of them, is I put those berry bushes, the prickly berry bushes, all around the village. I just hid, or I fought some things off, and then I, dodged and stuff. But I still died a few times. But even those big giant Ravager monsters in the raid ended up dying from walking into those berry bushes over and over and over again. They have like 50 health or something ridiculous like that. It was kind of funny actually. It's like, oh, okay. I'll just put these berry bushes everywhere, and they're just gonna keep walking into them till they die. Okay. Of course, that only worked with some things because the pillagers and all they're all ranged attacked anyway with the crossbows, and then the ones that have the magic. It's like, oh my god. Okay, I gotta put this. Wow, made it up to full pressure. I don't think there's any point in putting the fire out actually. Now, one engine pulling on the steam engine is actually a little hard. That steam engine and tender is pretty heavy. You know what? This is silly. It's got full steam pressure. I don't need to drag it. Just don't put any more coal or water in. Just whatever it has, it has. You know what I just did, because I've been playing Minecraft so much? I just tried to press F5 for third person view. That don't work in this game. There is no third person. Might as well use up the steam that we have anyway. Steam do we have? Yes. Yes, people have done that. Unhook this. I think we can make it. Yep, they call it, I forget what they call it, but they actually put food on the shovel that you shovel the coal with. And then just stick it in the firebox. Kind of. Well, not right in the firebox. There's an art to it, I'm sure, so that you don't burn everything. I think I saw a video on YouTube of somebody doing that. Come on, this little bit of coal and water is $1,000. Really? Yeah. Oh, damn. 1,700. Okay. It's the little bit of steam we have left. Come on. I don't think this needs anything, but I'm just making sure. Okay, and she is out of steam. I didn't think so. No. It's kind of funny that you don't need oil for the steam engine. You know how much oil steam engines go through because you just have to oil all the moving parts? They'll probably change that. Okay, $6. Okay. Alright. Now we're going to kill the fire again. What's out? Whatever. It's going to reset anyway. There. Actually, no, I better keep the engine brake on. Alright, now we'll drag it out of here and stick it over on the other track, and then we're finally done with that. It's funny, I only saw something about that maybe a few weeks ago. Somebody in the Derail Valley Discord linked a video of somebody cooking food on a shovel in the firebox. You can totally do it. There's got to be a real fine art to it though, because it would be, I would think it would be way too easy to burn the food. Okay, now I can release the brakes. I have moved the steam engine around with one switcher before, so I know you can, but it is pretty heavy. Well, the tender with all the coal and water. Overshot it just a tad, didn't I? Oh, this is an interesting sight. Steam engine. Now, the only problem with doing what I'm doing right now and controlling the engine that is running with the engine that isn't is if the wheels start slipping in that engine, I'm not going to notice it because there's not going to be a red light that pops up here because this one's not slipping. So I just have to really keep my ears open, make sure it's not slipping. And right now, it's not going to slip with this. It is kind of heavy, but it's not that bad. You really don't want to slip the wheels because that really costs a fortune in maintenance. Now, the only problem with doing this and just, having the steam engine shut down and just shuffling it around like this I've just blocked off the whole turntable here. But that's not a problem because I've got the two switchers and they're facing opposite directions, so I never have to turn anything. The only thing that ever needs to be turned right now is the switcher, is the steamer. Alright. Let's see, 7:30. I think, yeah, I probably already missed dinner. I probably have to heat it up. I think I am going to stop streaming. But this was a good test. Yes, my streams are always called test. I guess I'll have to get more serious about it. But this was a good test. And next time it might be this, it might be Minecraft. It probably might be Minecraft. I'll get back to it. I don't want to burn myself out in this game too, which is gonna happen if I just keep constantly playing it like I have the last couple days. So next stream, Minecraft. It could be this. It could be Diablo 2, maybe. Could be a lot of stuff actually, because I'm kind of like checking out and testing all of my different games now that I got the new computer. Well, I haven't set up my steering wheel in a long time. I could set up my wheel and drive my truck. Just save and quit for now. I'll just have to get all those job orders over again, but that's not a big deal. But yeah, I should definitely get into streaming more. I don't know what I'm going to be doing with my sleep schedule right now. I'm sleeping at night time for a change the last few days. I wake all day because then that happened because when I built this computer, it was during the day, and of course I ran into complications, and it took me like all day to build this freaking computer. So now I'm awake days, but it'll probably flip back soon enough, and I'll be awake nights again. So I don't know when I'm gonna stream, or what time or what day or anything like that, but I do want to get back into it. And I don't know what game either. Let's just say variety. I should get like a chat bot and stuff too, like all the cool people do. And like, I don't know, try to get to affiliate status. That would be interesting. But anyway, I'll see you guys around later.